Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's live learning session. My name's Heather Murdoch. I'm part of the Access Now team, and I'm looking forward to answering all your questions today in the 30 minutes we've got together. So we've got our first question that has come in from Car, so I'll jump straight into that one. If you do have any questions, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, please do drop them into the comments section. They then drop onto a second screen that I have here, and I can then answer those for you. Where I'm not able to get the answers for you, either because it's not my speciality area or because we need more information, and the best way to do that is in a secure way through tickets or community, then we'll make sure that you know where the next step is to go. Okay, so let's get started. So Car has said, "Hi Heather, how are you?" I'm very well, Car. I hope you are too. I have a question, but this is not specific to Ezoic. I have a certain page in my site that I wanted to not be indexed in Google search. Is the no index a strong signal? Also, that no index specific page is present in all of my site's pages, having the follow link directive, which directs to the no index page. Will Google still consider to index the blocked site? Or should I set the no follow directive to all of my pages that Google will surely would not index that page? Okay, so that's a really interesting question, Car. I've done some research and I've got a couple of articles up to share with you. I think the important thing to know is that this is sort of technical and specialist SEO, and it's really important to be very careful how you proceed with the changes that you make. You could inadvertently block your whole site from Google and actually tell Google through no indexes and no follows that you don't want your whole site to be shown on Google, and that can take time to troubleshoot. It can take time for Google to re-index those pages, and then also impact your search results when they are set back up again. So what I would recommend doing is reading through these two articles that I've found for you, and then once you've read through them, if you still aren't sure how to proceed, if you're an Access Now publisher, please do reach out to us on community. And if you are a level 1 or higher, reach out to us via live chat and tickets, and what we can then do is run this past our Ezoic SEO specialist and see if we can get advice from him for you. So this first article that I've got talks you through the no follow tag, why you should use it, and explains what you can also use them for. One of the things it does talk about in section 3 here is forcing indexing and crawl prioritization of your own website, which is about page rank sculpting for your site, which sounds similar to sort of what you're trying to achieve. The other things, obviously about paying for adverts and links to competitors, obviously aren't relevant to you, but the rest of the article should help you to understand more about no follows, and then also the steps that you can take. And then the other article that I found for you is straight from Google's developer site, which is about how to block indexing for your pages, gives you instructions on what to do, and then also gives you additional information that you can read as well. So again, before you make any steps forward, I would definitely recommend taking a look at that to help you understand more. But unless you're 100% confident, I wouldn't move forward on this until you've either reached out to an SEO specialist or reach out to our team, and we'll see what we can do for you. Okay, so we've got a couple of questions coming in. Thank you so much, everybody. So Ahmed has said hello. Hello to you, Ahmed. Welcome to today. Ahmed has said, I'd like to inquire about a question. No problem. And Ahmed has asked, where's Charlie these days? So Charlie works on Pacific Standard Time, and so that's why you won't see him around on the UK time. You can also see Charlie with all the different courses that he does within your Ezoic dashboard. And then our next question that's come in has come in from Tales from the Collection, Autographs and Fan Mail. Can you explain how to set up the new comment feature? I'm referring to Emote. So let me see if I can find you an article on that, Tales from the Collection. I believe it's we've got a support article on that. My sound is going to switch off while I go to the other screen, so please do bear with me. I'm still here, and I'll come back to you just as soon as I can. Hi, Tales from the Collection. I can't find the article about Emote at the moment. I believe there are instructions about it. You may find that you've got instructions linked to the Emote section of your Ezoic dashboard. So if you see a help button, if you hover over there, click help, there's normally directions within there that talks you through how to set up Emote, or it might provide you a link from there. If there's not, if you're an Access Now publisher, please do reach out to us on community. I'll then be able to speak to our team, find out where that article is and send that over to you. If you're level 1 or higher, please do reach out to our support team on either live chat or tickets, and they'll also be able to do the same for you. So Car has said, thank you for having the effort to look for the articles, Heather. I appreciate it so much. No problem at all, Car. I hope that helps. So Ahmed has said, so what about low value content, about refusing? No problem. So we can help you with that, Ahmed. It's something I'm facing with my websites as well. So just to explain to you a bit of background about that, Google MCM process is started about 18 months ago, and now all websites need to go through this MCM process and be approved by Google before they'll allow ads to show, and that's working with any provider that works with Google. The low value content one can be for a number of different reasons. So, for example, if you haven't got an About Us privacy policy or Contact Us page in the main menu of your website, that will be a low value content signal to Google, and they will block that. Also, if you have in your main menu a category like other or uncategorized, Google doesn't like that, and wants to ensure that it's really easy for people to be able to navigate around your site. They also give a low value content response if your articles have less than sort of around 600 to 800 words, and also if you have categories across the top of your site and some of those categories have less than 6 articles in. So there can be a number of different reasons, Ahmed, why you're getting that response. What I'll do is I'll get you the article that talks you more about it, and I'll put it into the comments there, so bear with me. Again, the sound will go off, but I'll be back with you in just a moment. Okay, Ahmed. So the article is just coming through now for you. I've set it so that it's at the anchor, which when you click onto it, it will go straight through to the section which is about low value content. We've got a little video on there that talks you through low value content and then also helps you to understand more about that site navigation. Okay, so thank you so much for all your questions that you've got coming in so far. It's been really good to be able to have the opportunity to help you today. If you do have any more questions, I'm here until 12:30. I do finish the sessions early if we don't have any questions coming in, and that just enables me to go and help publishers on community and tickets and to get responses back to them. So if there's anything that you would like to ask about, please do let me know. One of the things that I wanted to talk through with you today is about the new Ezoic Help Centre, which was launched just last week. It was last Thursday. So you can get to it by going to your dashboard and going to your Access Now or whichever level you're on button, and then click on Support Help Centre. That then takes you through to here. You'll then be able to see the dedicated support resources that you have at your particular level. You'll then be able to click onto each of them to be able to access them. You've also got our additional resources of the webinar library, knowledge base, the latest, which is all the information about Ezoic and our recent updates, and then also our blogs. And if you've been on these calls before, you know I do really like to promote the blogs. There's a wealth of information in them. You can also suggest an article. There's developer documentations there and also submit feedback. We do really listen to your feedback. So if there's something that isn't working for you about the support articles or the tools, do let us know. We'll be delighted to hear from you. We'll make sure that it gets to the relevant team and they'll take a look at it when they're next reviewing the feedback. It also shows you what support's offered for the level you're at. So if you click on the downward arrow here, you'll be able to see what support you have at each level you're on, and you'll also be able to see that as you grow through our level systems, the support that you get expands. And then also we've got additional resources here of the system status, ad revenue index, and our website as well. And you can also cycle between the different languages so that you can see that. And then there's dark and light mode as well, depending on your preferences. Okay, so I've got the next question that's coming from Ahmed. Thank you so much. And Ahmed has said, what is the age of the domain that is supposed to be accepted in Google Ad Manager so that I do not receive the reason for rejection that my site is not ready to show ads? As far as I'm aware, there's no domain age that's been specified by Google. We've been able to get sites live that are brand new, that don't have very much traffic coming to them. We do say that with the Access Now program or any new site that you're adding to your website, it's much easier to get it passed by Google if you've got at least 1,000 visits coming to your site each month. The reason for that is that gives Google enough data to be able to understand how readers are reacting to your site, and that then helps them to make their decisions. So it's worth taking a look at that, Ahmed. If you're finding that you're not getting approval from Google Ad Manager, take a look at how many visits you're getting each month. Keep working on building your traffic, keep working on building your content, and then you may find that if you give it a month, work on these things, that will then help Google to approve your site as well. Okay, so we've still got 15 minutes left. If you do have any more questions, please do let me know. One of the things that I wanted to talk to you about today is a YouTube session that we've got coming up. If you haven't followed us on YouTube, I would definitely recommend it. What we do on there is we have these live learning sessions, and then we also do Q&A sessions on there as well. There's about 2 that we run each month for the Access Now publishers. The one that we have coming up at the end of the month is about Q4. Now, I know everybody's going to think, well, Heather, Q4 is a very long time away. We haven't had summer yet. Why are you encouraging us to focus on the end of the year? And the reason for it is that the end of the year is when the ad rates are at their highest. And so it's really, really important to set your site up for success now so that you can benefit from those higher ad rates. And also, the smaller your site is, the harder it is to get Google's attention with your site, and the harder it is to get those pages ranking within the search results. So, in terms of your focus, obviously keep focusing on the content for summer, and making sure that you're updating your content regularly. But also, please do start to think about September, back to school and college, Thanksgiving, Halloween, Christmas, sort of Boxing Day sales, New Year's resolutions, big holiday destinations, and then also people managing their money better. All of these things, if you've got articles that you release over the next sort of couple of months and they're sitting in your website, when you then come towards these time periods, Google has hopefully found them. For smaller sites, it can take up to 6 months for Google to find your page and index them. And then also what can happen as well is that if you've got that information ready, you can make Flickrfy videos to get yourself set up there. But also it means that coming closer to the time, you've already got those resources available, so you can then start focusing on promoting them on your social media and through your marketing newsletters, things like that as well, so that you can be ahead of everybody. And when people are starting to sort of think, oh yes, about back to school and college, you've already got that article sitting there ready and can send it out to your readers, and they'll then engage with that because that's just at the right time for them when they're thinking about those particular time periods. And also, I can say from looking at my own Google Search Console that people are already starting to search for keywords associated for Christmas, and we're only in May. So it just goes to show how early people do start to focus on Christmas and how excited some people are about Christmas. So yeah, definitely worth watching that Q&A to get some tips to help you get set up for success for Q4. Okay, so Ahmed has said, so what is the good age of the domain? So there is no specific answer I'm aware of, Ahmed. I do know that the age of the domain in the past used to be a ranking signal as part of all of the different ranking signals for Google. And so domains that have a historic age to them can at times get an extra tick from Google. I'm not sure if that is still the case or how relevant that is. Certainly from an Ad Manager MCM point of view, I've seen sites that have been created really recently, been denied for low value content, and also sites that have had a historic age to them of a couple of years also be denied. So I think the main thing to focus on is the article that I've sent. Make sure you've got everything kind of ticked off that list, so that you have your navigation set up correctly, got those privacy, contact us and about us pages in your main menu. And then also make sure that you've got a good amount of words, around 600 to 800 words in each article, and then at least 6 articles within each category. And that should hopefully get you in a good position for being able to get your site approved. If you do get stuck once you've done all of those, do reach out to us. If you're an Access Now publisher, please do reach out to us on community. Level 1 or higher, do reach out to us on live chat or tickets, and we can take a look at your site and go from there for you. And the next question from Ahmed is, where's Mr. Bishop? So Mr. Bishop, that's Tyler Bishop, our marketing manager. He is again based in Pacific Standard Time, so you'll be able to hear from him on the Pacific Standard Time. He runs regular podcasts. If you head over to the blog, you can see articles from him. So he runs the Publisher Lab and does regular podcasts. So you can connect in with him through that and hear all the different advice that he's got and hear his thoughts as well. Okay, so we've got about 10 minutes left. So if anyone has got any more questions, do let me know. I'll be happy to answer them for you. Just while we've got some time together, one of the things I did want to show you is how content is consumed by each generation. I found this article really interesting. I read it just earlier this week. I'll pop it into the chat for you so that you can bookmark that. What it does is it talks you through the data that we found about how each different generation will interact with your content, how they access it, and that can be a really interesting insight, especially if you're struggling to get traffic to your website. It can help you to understand sort of where you need to be able to get the attention from your readers. So definitely worth taking a look at that. I would recommend before you do that though, if you haven't already, take a few minutes and have a think about who your sort of target audience is in terms of generation. What's their profile in terms of what do they do in terms of social things, where their interests lie, and that will then help you to understand where you may need to make some adjustments to your marketing strategy. You may need to open up new social media accounts or spend more time in dormant social media accounts to be able to connect in with your target audience. Okay, so we don't have any more questions coming in. So what I'll do is I'll close for today. If after today you think, oh gosh, I really wish I'd asked that question, do remember I've got another live session, 9 a.m. Tomorrow morning on British Standard Time. And for everyone who's watching on playback, thank you so much. It's lovely to have you joining us. And again, if you think, oh gosh, I really would like to have joined in that discussion, again, do head over to Ezoic Community. I'd love to be able to have a chat with you and answer any questions that you've got. Thanks very much, everyone. Take care. Bye for now.